music, TV, movies, oh so bright. Join us for a blast tonight. Sister and brother rocking the flow, sharing all the things you need to know. Kathy and Kenny always in the mix. Pop culture, fun fix to fix. Pop culture kids podcast crew. Tune in and let the topics move. Kathy and Kenny make it fun. Pop culture talk for everyone. Sit for everyone. I brought some for everyone. Pop culture kids podcast crew. Tune in and let the topics move. Kathy and Kenny make it fun. Pop culture talk for everyone.
It's Saturday night
Time for your weekly dose of pop culture.
with Kathy and Kenny. Welcome to the show.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Pop Culture Kids with your hosts, Kathy and Kenny, coming to you from the North and the South. Me from North Carolina, Kenny from South Jersey. What is up, my brother?
Hey, what's going on? I'm trying to get used to my surroundings here, and I got a little different surroundings, so I'm trying to get used to it. And I was looking at something. I thought it was behind me, but it was my microphone in front of me. I'm okay. I'm good.
Are you okay?
I'm okay.
All right. Just checking on you. All right. I'm centering myself because I feel like I'm a little off and I don't have the thing tracking me. So
I'm always off.
always off. Well, it
How,
is.
how are you? How was your week coming?
I still hear that echo. I don't know why, but I actually hear it now faintly. But
Okay, let me
eventually, eventually we'll get it right. I'm gonna look at things on my end, but my week was good. My week was good. We're about to get into the craziness of the end of the school year. Our school year ends in 2 weeks, and we have testing this week, so it's on. So yeah, I have the echo cancellation settings on, so I don't know what that's about. So
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. It's just making us look bad, and I'm just trying to fix it.
just trying to get it fixed.
I'm just trying to
Hey
fix it.
Lisa, happy Mother's Day, and once again a message to all the moms out there. Happy Mother's Day from Pop Culture Kids. Hope you had an enjoyable day filled with gifts and cards and flowers and all the lovely things, including dinner, like a night out or something where you didn't have to do any of the cooking. We are Pop Culture Kids. We've been doing this since the pandemic. So it's like been 5 years every weekend, moving from Saturdays. Now we're into Sundays. And we talk a little pop culture news and pick a pop culture topic and kind of tackle it head on. Let's check on Kenny, see how he's doing. How, how, how are you living now?
Yay! I'm back.
Okay.
I am living large. I'm living large. I'm living large.
Okay. Hopefully we've done something with and for the echo. And again, even when we broadcast, I usually don't hear it. I was actually now hearing it through my headphones a little bit. But you know what? We're gonna move on, and as we move on, as we always do with pop culture news. So, what have you got for us in the news tonight?
Okay, well, in the news we have tonight, the Met Gala
Mm-hmm.
was last week, and the theme was dandyism.
Dandyism? What the what in
And
the what in the what
dandyism is
is
something.
dandyism?
Well, it's. Let me see if I get this right. Dandyism is something that was started and like it was a style of form of self presentation that emphasizes elegance, refined manners, and impeccable grooming.
Okay. I thought it was like a whole
So
like, you know.
yeah, often seen as a form of rebellion against societal norms. It's about taking control of how one presents themselves and using style as a tool for expression, identity, and power. And I think the history of it actually comes from the historical significance is really black men did it as a means of reclaiming their black identity and resisting oppression.
Ah, okay. Because
So
I
when
thought it
black,
was supposed to be like
yeah,
a salute to the black male or something
yes,
along that
yeah,
lines.
it was
I
one of
I
those.
guess you know what. Okay, and I know it's a part of pop culture, but I guess the Met Gala for me is just like it reminds me kind of like of the Capitol in the Hunger Games. It's just like this kind of fanciful dressing and elitism that I guess I just don't vibe with.
Well, yeah, yeah, I'll be honest with you. I wasn't really vibing with the whole um, Met Gala thing because I think the Met Gala right now is there's a lot going on in America, and something like that is kind of tone deaf to the people.
Hmm.
Seeing rich people dressed up like in these expensive outfits is not something I want to see.
Yeah. So that's why,
I
yeah.
will say,
Mhm.
I don't know if you have a picture of this or not, but they dressed Stevie Wonder up for the Met Gala,
Mhm.
and they gave him this really long cape. And my mom showed it to me. Mom showed it to me, and she's like, um, "Look how they got Stevie in this dandy, for the Met Gala." And I said, in Stevie's defense, he really didn't know what they was putting on him.
Oh, I was trying to find a picture of it, but I don't see a
But
clear picture.
it was this long cape, not as long as Diana Ross's. Because Diana Ross had this really long white flowing cape that it was a train, and I don't yeah, that was that's who was that?
Oh, I
Is
don't
that
know.
Rihanna? Is she pregnant again?
I don't know who that was. Okay. I thought I was
Yeah, I don't know
capturing
who that
Stevie
is,
Wonder,
but
but I don't see any of it
yeah,
of him in the cape.
yeah. No, he had this long cape on. There was a lot of there's Stevie right there, and he had a long train following him. Stevie is Stevie though. You can't
Mhm.
go wrong with Stevie. Like you can't, everything Stevie do is cool. I just, Stevie. No, Stevie can wear anything and make it look good. Dinah Ross had this really long white. It covered like 13 stairs or something like that, and it was just it was I don't know.
It's just a
Um,
bit much.
it was a bit much. But she had all her kids and grandkids' name on this train that she had. Yeah. So somewhere engraved on this train was her kids, her grandkids, and whatever. And so that was very I don't know.
A little much for me.
But I
All
give
right,
it up
what
for
else you
that.
got in the
Okay,
news?
okay. So otherwise in the news, Jennifer Aniston, of course, has a stalker because she's Jennifer Aniston.
Mm.
And this
Well,
guy
Not according to
crashed
her latest
through.
commercial, because in her latest commercial, the girl acts like she doesn't even know who she is. I'm sorry, what's your name?
I
She,
you know, what were they advertising in that?
I think it was some kind of snack food. I think it might have been Skinny Pop. I think it might have been the popcorn.
Okay. So the guy crashed through her gate,
Ooh,
and
that's
apparently
scary.
this guy is so. And this is the thing, man, because I was talking about the young lady in the '80s who had the sitcom whose life was taken by a stalker at her
Rebecca
front door.
Schaefer.
Rebecca shit, yeah. And
I forgot what show she was on, but yeah.
I forgot the show, but
Well, the same thing
you
happened with
know,
John Lennon. Just like,
yep, John Lennon, uh Selena, not
hmm
really a stalker, but it was so and a lot of these people get stalkers and they people fixate on these celebrities like they know them, and next thing you know, you got a stalker.
yeah, it's scary.
So this guy crashed. She was home at the time, but she wasn't hurt.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Um Disney has announced that they are going to put a theme park in Abu Dhabi.
Oh, I thought it was Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi, Abu Dhabi. I'm sorry, Abu Dhabi. I always pronounce something wrong every show, but Abu Dhabi. Um, they're putting a theme park in Abu Dhabi. So they're putting a theme park in the Middle East. I I kind of question that, but okay.
Well, aren't we getting a like aren't they taking some kind of like private the our government for some reason is doing something I think totally like nefarious and illegal by taking a private jet or something from some Middle Eastern concern. I don't know whether it's from Abu Dhabi or somewhere over there, which is something that we really shouldn't be doing or isn't legal to do. But we got a government who kind of with the rules nowadays. So so that's happening.
Yeah.
So maybe they're trying to avoid I don't know tariffs on the
I
it's a small world
I don't know.
rides. So if we just build a theme park there, you don't have to pay extra for all the stuff you need to staff it and sell in it. But there is already, isn't there a Disneyland or World or something in Paris as well as
I think so.
and
I
I
believe
think
so.
there might I don't know whether there's one in Asia, but I guess they're trying to hit all the continents.
Hey,
Hey go. There you go, Disney.
look, Disney owns the rights to Star Wars
Everything.
and National Geographic. They got money on top of money over there, Disney.
hmm
They can open up a park everywhere
Pretty
and make
much.
more, you know? Mickey Mouse for everybody. So next we have shows that are ending. So I just put this on because two of my favorite shows are ending, and I found out that The Neighborhood on CBS is ending. They're going to do one more season. They were supposed to end the season, but they're going to give The Neighborhood one more season to close out. They were supposed to have a spinoff with the two sons, Malcolm and Marty. I love The Neighborhood. Neighborhood's like a really funny show to me. Um, they were supposed to have a spinoff, but that got canceled. Now they did the last show of the season. They had like a setup for a spinoff, and it was really good. I don't know why the show got canceled, but one of the actors on the spinoff is what is his name? I'm trying to think of a movie. He was in She's Not That Into You. Um,
Oh gosh, there was a ton of people
Dodgeball.
in that movie.
He's in Dodgeball. Um, Oh, what is this guy's name?
It's one of those things
And
that's like, oh, this
when I
looks
say
funny.
his name, you're gonna say, "Oh, that guy." Oh, Justin Long.
Justin Long. Okay, yeah.
Justin Long was in the last episode of The Neighborhood, and it was set up kind of like a spinoff. One of the sons moved, and Justin Long was this guy who lived next door, who was rich, and he was some kind of tech guy who discovered something big, and he was like a Howard Hughes type of person because he wouldn't touch people. He didn't want to shake your hand. He didn't like getting too close to people and stuff like that. But he wanted to use his money to buy like the neighborhood and build like a bigger house for himself.
Mm-hmm.
So and on the other side, he had these two party girls. So it was one of the things. And I think the original pilot was his brother was supposed to move in with him and the two brothers from the neighborhood. So, but that's not going to happen. But the
Oh.
neighborhood is going to get one more season to close out. The Equalizer, however, one of my favorite shows, The Equalizer with Queen Latifah, is canceled.
Oh, I saw that. Excuse me, I saw that. Remember reading that, and I
Yeah,
know
and
you
the
like
last,
that. Your
yeah,
father liked that as well. He
yeah,
was a
yeah,
fan
and
of
they also
Equalizer.
canceled Papa's House with the Wayans.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah,
canceled
that
that
got
one
the
too.
axe as well.
That got the X as well.
It was like Damian
So
Wayans and his son.
yes,
Yeah.
Damian Wayans and his son, and you know who was guest starring on there a lot? The guy from the Cosby Show that played the husband. Um, that
Um.
worked in the store, and somebody took a picture of him working in a Trader Joe's or something like
Oh,
that.
Owens.
Owens, yeah, yeah, Gregory Owens,
Gregory Owens. Yeah.
yeah. So, so that is our pop culture news for today.
Pop culture news. Ba-ba-da-bum, ba-bum-ba-ba-bum, ba-bum-bum. I need to find some kind of fanfare or something that's free that we can pop up for pop
News for
culture
pop culture,
news.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So here we are. Our show today is about okay. So imagine you're about to get into a bar fight or any kind of fight, and you're on your own, you're about to get your butt whooped thoroughly. But you got a chance because you need one person to help you out. And if you had to pick any action hero to help you in this fight, who would it be? I got a list of 10 people, but if I miss somebody and you think there should be somebody else, you let me know. Now we're going to start from the bottom of the list. You ready, Kathy?
Okay. Now you're saying action hero. So is it the character or the actual actor who's helping you out?
You can go either way with this. A lot of the people on my list are guys that are actually tough guys. Some of these guys are old, so you gotta see them as when they were in their prime.
Okay.
So I was very careful about this list because some of the guys on the list are actors who actually have fighting experience.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you who's not on this list.
Who's not on this
Steven
list?
Seagal. Steven Seagal.
Okay. Why didn't you put
Can't
Steven
stand him
Seagal on the list?
because he's not. Because there have been more than one fighter who said that he's all show. He really can't fight that good. He's really a jerk in person. A lot of people have said it. I'm gonna get to one of them had a story that I heard. That I heard him tell the story, and I'm gonna get to that one too. He did a movie with him. First on our list, on the bottom of the list, is Keanu Reeves. Why is he on the
Keanu.
bottom of the list?
I don't know why you would put Keanu on the bottom and not the top.
Because Keanu is like one of them guys. When you're getting attacked, he would try to talk first.
And what's wrong?
He seems like
Wait,
one of them
John
guys
Reeves
that
didn't
want.
do that much talking, or I mean, John
Uh,
Wick didn't
uh,
do that much talking.
yeah, I understand that, but Keanu's like I got this feeling that like he would say, "Look, we could talk about this." As I'm getting my butt kicked, he was still trying to talk about it. So Keanu's, but I gotta say, All them action movies he's done, he's got to know something. Let me tell you who else is not on this list. Tom Cruise. Because if I had Tom Cruise with me and I'm getting in a fight, I would help the other guys that were fighting me. I said, look, y'all can whoop my butt, but first let's beat him up. So I'm just not a big Tom Cruise fan. Next on our list is Claude Van Damme.
Aha.
Van Damme. Now, here's one story about Steven Seagal. I got another one coming up for one of the guys at the top of the list. Van Damme was at this party, and Steven Seagal was at the party first. And Steven Seagal, of course, was talking like a big man. And Van Damme came in and said, hey, well, let's go outside and do a couple of rounds. And Steven Seagal, punked out and left. So Van Damme is a real actual fighter that's trained, that's competed. So, yeah, I want Van Damme with me. And he's going to be cool about it when he whoops your butt. He's going to be cool about it. Next on our list, Wesley Snipes. We know Wesley Snipes from Blade. We know Wesley Snipes from was that Passenger 57? Always bet on black. Yeah, come on. Now Wesley Snipes is actually trained in martial arts. Plus, the man's been to prison. Come on, let's go. He's got to know how to fight. The man's been to prison.
So you say.
And he walked into prison trained to fight. So come on, man. Come on.
But again, they're actors, so are they really
He
training
was-
that
yeah,
hard?
but
I
he
know.
was-
I
yeah,
know they
but
always
he-
show you the training montage with them.
Yeah, but he actually, I think Wesley Snipes actually has a belt. So he's actually trained to know exactly what he's doing.
Okay, if you say so.
So next, and all my people that I have on my list are alive right now. So I don't have Bruce Lee on this list. But if I was in a fight and Bruce Lee I would want Bruce Lee.
Of course,
But
because if somebody's
don't
going to
have
have your
Bruce-
back, you want the
Yeah.
best.
I want the best. Like if I got Bruce Lee with me, I might not even
Although
have to
was
fight.
Bruce Lee the best? Did you see that scene in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Yeah, I didn't even watch that movie.
Oh, okay.
Because of that scene, I didn't watch that movie.
Because then I'm thinking, well,
So-
wait, is Brad Pitt on the list?
Yeah, no. He's an actor. He's an actor.
He's not going to come to your defense.
No. Brad Pitt is not on the list. No.
Oh, man.
But next on our list, we have Jet Li. Jet Li is a bad mother. Shut your mouth.
Now, what movie is his claim to fame? Because I'm not quite sure who Jet Li is.
Jet Li did what was that movie with the actress? Well,
you realize what you just said, that movie with the actress, and I'm sorry, that's like
No.
movies.
the movie with the singer Aaliyah in it. Romeo Must Die. Romeo Must Die.
Romeo Must Die. Yes, I know what you're talking about.
He was
now.
in Cradle to the Grave with DMX. He was in one of the he was in the Expendables. He was in one of the
I have never seen the Expendables.
I've seen the Expendables.
Is it worth the investment? Like, I know, aren't there about 3 or 4 of them
Well,
now?
Yeah, it all depends on. Okay, The Expendables is a very nostalgic type movie, so it has a lot of older. It has younger and older action stars mixed in together, and Jet Li was one of the ones in The Expendables mixed in with it. He was also in Lethal Weapon 4. Jet Li is a bad mother. Shut your mouth. Let's just say.
All right.
And in Lethal Weapon 4,
Think.
they beat Lethal Weapon 4 with Murtaugh and Mel Brooks. Not Mel Brooks. I'm getting
Mel
everybody mixed
Brooks.
up.
That would be a whole different Lethal Weapon.
It would be a whole different one. Anyway, they beat Jet Li, but the way they beat Jet Li,
Murtaugh and Riggs.
yeah, Murtaugh and Riggs, and the way they beat Jet Li, they got really lucky. They should not have beat him. So, you know. Next we have John Cena.
Now, John Cena, I do like. I
Next
don't
we have
know
John
the whole
Cena.
history with his wrestling, but I forgot. Was he the babysitter, or was that the
No, that
Rock?
was Vin Diesel.
Oh, Vin Diesel. Okay, maybe not. He was the Marine. John Cena was the Marine.
Yes, John Cena. John Cena is the peacemaker.
Oh, okay.
John Cena now Peacemaker is a DC show about a superhero who's a total jerk, and John Cena plays him perfectly.
You know, I don't know whether I'm a fan of like the anti-hero superhero.
Yeah, really?
Because
I like the
well,
anti-hero a little bit.
because that's how I felt like. Oh, that was one of the reasons I really didn't like any of the Venom movies, even though I watched them. I just
Well, the Venom movies are really bad.
although okay, so it's not just me. Although I do like
No, the Venom movies,
Daredevil. I mean, not Daredevil. No, is it Daredevil? Yeah.
what?
Oh, who's Ryan
Punisher?
Reynolds?
Oh, Deadpool.
Deadpool. I like Deadpool because he
Yeah.
has some humor with his like anti-hero kind of mystique. But Venom, I didn't like that at all. But maybe that is because it was bad movies. I don't know. The comics might be better.
Let me
I'm
break
just
this
not
down for you.
okay.
Let me break this down for you.
Break it
Why?
down. Explain
Why?
it to me. Explain it to me.
Explain it to me. Okay, so explaining it to you. Deadpool was good because Marvel produced it. Marvel has something to do with it. That's why Deadpool was good. Ryan Reynolds was a fan of Deadpool and actually read the books and knew the character. So the first Deadpool, I think, was under Fox, and Ryan Reynolds had a lot to say with it to make it good. And then the second one, Marvel, it kind of went to the Marvel universe. Anyway, that's why Deadpool was good, because Marvel had a hand in it, and Ryan Reynolds had a hand in it. Venom was bad because Sony took a Marvel character, because what happened is in the early 90s, Marvel was going to go bankrupt. So they sold a lot of the rights, certain rights to their characters off to different people. Marvel, not knowing that they would be like one of the biggest ever in the future, they were going to bank. So they sold like TV, like movie rights of their characters, but they kept the cartoon rights. They kept the comic book rights. So a lot of the
that's the
Spider-Man,
whole thing with the Spider-Man.
yeah, that's why Sony, like, Marvel can't put Tom Holland in the movie as Spider-Man unless Sony collaborates with them on it.
Okay.
So,
And is that why the home is always in the title? Homecoming, No Way Home.
no, that's just the way they're doing it.
Oh, I thought it had something to do with that whole
No.
that it was their kind of tongue-in-cheek way of kind of
No. Sony, Marvel, home. I was home tongue in cheek.
okay.
Okay. So, but Sony wants to keep the rights to certain characters because they think they're going to get that Marvel money, but they can't write like Marvel. Sony can't do scripts and plots like Marvel. I don't think Sony even reads the content. So they take the villains of Spider-Man and put them out as anti-hero, as they did Mobius, Venom, Craven the Hunter, and Madam Web. So they put them all out And Madam Web was just, I didn't even finish Madam Web. It was totally horrible. I didn't even watch Mobius or Craven the Hunter. And I saw the first Venom. It was so bad. And then I tried to watch the second Venom. I got in 20 minutes. I had to let it go.
I did watch the second Venom, and I think I had more trouble with the first Venom. I really like Woody Harrelson, and I was hoping, he could save this movie, but again, I wasn't feeling it.
No, 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 no. Kathy, real quick, why don't you tell them how they can support us and follow us, and then we'll come back with the last five.
All right, will do. You can always, just you being here supports us. So thank you so much for watching Pop Culture Kids. We are on YouTube. If you can give us that thumbs up. If you're over on Facebook, you can come hang out with us here on our YouTube channel. You can also catch us on Who's Got Next Radio, as well as on our socials, Pop Culture Kids or Kathy and Kenny Explain. You can check us out or find us if you Google Kathy and Kenny and pop culture. Hopefully, we will come up, especially if you're spelling pop culture, culture with a K. You can always check us out on our website, kathyandkenny.com. But we are Pop Culture Kids. We're so thankful that you're here. Please like, support, and share the show. And back to the list.
All right, back to the list. The last five action heroes. And if you have any action heroes out there, you want to comment and tell us what action heroes you would want to have your back. Next, we had Jason Statham. And I put Jason Statham in here because every time you see this man, he's calm, cool, and collected. He is one of the stars now of the Fast and Furious franchise. Always got to put Fast and Furious in there. Great franchise.
It's like when we don't get Die Hard in there, it has to be Fast and Furious, it seems.
Yeah. Tonight we're gonna get both at some point. But Jason Statham is also in the Expendables. And he's the kind of guy where he's done
You
so
should
many
have
action.
taken account to see how many of these folks are from the Expendables.
Yeah, I think those two are the only two that were in Expendables. Well, I got another one coming up.
I think one more was in the
One more,
Expendables
yeah,
too.
in Expendables. Yeah. So, but Jason Statham, in every movie you see him, he's kicking butt. This man probably does know how to fight for real, not just an actor. I believe his background is that he has some experience in hand-to-hand, combat. Next, we have the big one. Now we're coming to the big ones. Next, we have Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. Definitely want The Rock. Definitely want The Rock.
Yeah, I would definitely take the Rock in a fist in a bar fight.
Okay, Kathy, do me a favor. Ask me why I would take The Rock.
Why would you take the Rock?
It doesn't matter why I would take The Rock in a bar fight. It doesn't matter. And what it matters is that me and The Rock take our candy butts and we kick candy asses all day. That's what matters. It doesn't matter. That was my Rock impression.
Oh, okay. I was going to say that must be a wrestling reference, and I don't
That's
think
a wrestling reference for The Rock. But Rock is a wrestler. He's a fighter. He's enormous and muscle bound. He could probably, then this guy has, and you see his workout regiment. His workout regiment is just, he gets up in the morning. I think I've read where he gets up in the morning.
is he like that internet dude that drinks the sparkling water and
No. The Rock gets up in the morning and works out for like 3 hours or something like that. Takes a shower, works out, then takes another shower, and then does his day, and then works out again. Like this man because he's got money, so he takes the gym with him when he goes, stuff like that. Like he works out, and I think he's, did you ever see a TV show, The Rock's TV show, Young Rock?
No, I did not.
He had a TV show explaining his life and everything, and it was like a comedy. I'm sure there's a lot of things he left out. But I think one of the last shows was The Future, where The Rock runs for president, and I think he wins or he's in. It's weird. It's very weird. But yeah, you see his life. He has had a struggle. This man's been broke, down and out, poor. He played football and then he went to wrestling. His dad was a famous wrestler. So I want The Rock. If anything, even if we lose the fight, The Rock is going to be with me and quips to say back to people to shut him up because he's a wrestler. They always say quips that intimidate people. So even if we lose, we've intimidated you with our words. Then we get our butts whooped. But it's okay. Next on our list is the last person from The Expendables, Sylvester Stallone. Now, you can't do so many boxing movies and not know how to box. Nobody's that good
if
of
you're
an
a
actor.
good enough actor.
Nobody's that good of an actor. Nobody's that good of an actor. This is Rocky. This is Rambo. This is the guy in Expendable. Come on, really? Yeah, I want a young, even an old Sylvester Stallone. It'd be bad. Like, come on. I'm in Jersey about to get in a little scuff, and Sylvester Stallone walks behind me and says, "Hey, I got your back." I'm
That was your Stallone.
That was my Stallone. Hey, I got your back, Adrian. I got
Adrian.
your back. Yeah.
I
You know,
mean,
he comes with one more round. So Sylvester Stallone. Next is one of my favorite action heroes that I like to see in action. I like to see him do things. I haven't even watched many of his movies, but this guy he just has that look on him that he's a nice guy that will beat you down. Michael Jai White.
okay.
Michael Jai White. Now you might know him from the TV show. He did Tyler Perry's Why Did I Get Married? Why Did I Get Married to?
Oh yes, I know.
Him.
Mhm.
He was Spawn, actually. He was the actor who played Spawn. I don't
Oh,
know if he
okay.
was on the Expendables or not. He might have been on the Expendables too. Michael Jai White is a guy who black belt, who's actually inducted
Like in real
into
life, he's a black belt.
yeah,
Okay.
he's actually inducted into a tribe in Africa, um, as a warrior chief or something like that. Uh, but Michael Jai White is a real fighter. Now, Michael Jai White also did a movie with Steven Seagal. It was him, Steven Seagal,
Who
and
you didn't put
DMX.
on the list.
No, I did not put on the list. Michael Jai White, Steven Seagal has a history of being a jerk, not only to regular people, but the crew people also. But the crew
Oh,
people also.
that stinks.
Yeah. So, yeah, the crew, because Michael Jai White had to do a scene with Steven Seagal, and the crew was like, on a DL, if you happen to play a little rough with him, we're okay with it. The crew was like, if you happen to hit him for real, we didn't see nothing. They like sent the hitman on Steven Seagal. And I think Steven Seagal kind of like, I guess
That's a
backed
bad
out of the
reputation if,
that's a real bad reputation. But he is Taekwondo, Chinese martial arts, Jiu-Jitsu, Tang Soo Do, and more. He has a whole bunch of martial arts. He's a martial artist. He has a whole bunch of different disciplines under his wing, and let's face it, Michael Jai White is a good looking guy.
Oh yeah.
So and I'm gonna say, as me being another good looking guy, I'm gonna say this other guy is good looking. And what?
Okay.
I'm gonna say
I'm
this other
sorry. I
guy's good
forget,
looking.
it's your world. We just all get to live in it.
So two good looking guys walk in, and the other guys are gonna will probably be dressed kind of dapper and everything, looking kind of cool. And the other guys are probably gonna be jealous and get mad, and they're gonna want to, get beer muscles and come up to me and Michael. And me and Michael gonna have to put some people. I'm look. I'm gonna try to talk them down first. I'm gonna say, hey, you don't want to do this. This is like the worst thing you could possibly do. And then they're gonna, it could be 10 of them, and I'll take 5. Michael takes 5, and we done. I'll take 4. He could take 6. We could. I'll take 3. He could take 7 because he got all the discipline with him.
You
I
have
take
such an imagination, but okay.
I'll take 3. I'll take 3. So Michael John. Now at the
You,
top of my list.
of
Now
course.
if you're in a bar fight, you want someone who's probably used to being in a bar, probably in a bar fight, and like somebody who's going to be like, you know what, this is just a Saturday night. Let's let's just do this. Somebody is not totally going to wipe the floor with everybody, so I can get some work in too. But somebody who's actually going to back you up and not back down. And we're going to go with Bruce
Well,
Willis.
if you go with somebody from like, South Jersey, yeah, you're gonna
Yeah,
take
yeah, Bruce Willis. I'm gonna take
um
Bruce Willis.
was it Penns Grove
Die
or
Hard.
Die Hard, of course.
Die Hard, man. Come on. Come on. The Die
Come
Hard,
on
man.
with it. So the action stars that you would again have in that bar fight, Bruce Willis, number 1.
Yep.
I'm surprised you didn't put like Jason Statham as number 1.
Nah. Because I want somebody after we win, I want somebody who's not going to be like we can sit and drink and laugh about it.
Oh, okay.
Bruce Willis is that guy.
I mean,
You
probably
see the
not
way I popped him in
now
the
with
eye?
his health
Yeah.
conditions, but back
Yeah.
in the
Well, a
day.
younger Bruce Willis, yeah, Now,
Bruce Willis
who
back
would
in the
you
day
add?
would have been good.
Who would you add to this list that I didn't say?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Who would you have added to this list that
Well,
I did
now,
not
I
say?
mean, you have my favorite in there. I think you just put Keanu in there because you knew that would appease me. So I thank you for
Oh
that.
no, that's not why I put Keanu in there. I had him on the list.
Would you not
I
put
had him
Will
higher
Smith
once,
on your list?
only if I was fighting a room full of comics.
Okay. I mean, but he's got like action star cred, and
Yeah,
but not for your bar fight. Okay.
no, he's an actor.
Oh, you know who
I
I
can
would
see
put on there? Maybe The Professional. Oh, what's that called? Oh, Jean. What is his
Liam
name?
Nielsen.
No, not Liam Neeson. Oh, he was in the movie The Professional. Jean Reno. No,
John
you.
Reno.
Oh, I love The Professional. He was awesome.
I don't know if I've seen The Professional.
Leon. You've seen The Professional. It was like Natalie Portman's debut movie. She was a little girl whose family got killed, and then
Oh, The Professional. No, I didn't see that.
she had to travel with the hitman.
Now
I mean,
you
she
know what
didn't
I
have
didn't
to.
put
He was their neighbor, but
You know who I didn't put on this list? I need females.
I was gonna say something, but then I thought no, because then he's gonna say I'm trying to call him out. But
No. You should have called me out because I would have put Michelle Yu on there.
okay,
I would have put Michelle Yu on there. I would have put I would have
back
put
in the
Scarlett Johansson.
day, if you saw back in the day, I
Pam
would say
Grier.
Bridget Fonda.
Oh yeah,
Back in the
Bridget Fonda
day,
back in the day. Oh
maybe
yeah,
not
Bridget Fonda.
today, but back in the day, Homegirl
I
could
I,
kick
I
some
also would
butt.
have
I
said.
love that movie.
Oh yeah. She was. Ooh.
Oh, what was that
Ooh.
movie? I can't even think of the name of
Oh,
it now.
I know what movie you're talking about too because it was good. It was good.
Not single white female. Uh,
Um. Oh man, what was that movie? I'm getting the
I
movie
gotta
right
look it
now.
up now. I
I
gotta
gotta
look it
look
up.
it up.
You
I'm looking it
stall
up
while I
now.
look it up.
I look it up. Point of no return.
Point of no return. Yes.
Point of no return.
And I don't know. And here's my question. Because there's some movies that I absolutely love. Were they really, really great movies? Or with the, invention of cable, do I just love them because I've seen them so much?
That could be it. That could be it.
But
There's
Point
a
of
lot
No
of Disney
Return,
movies that I love.
that would get to me.
There's a lot of Disney movies I love because I've watched them so much.
Yeah,
I
having to
know
watch
them.
them with the kids.
Yeah. You know who else? Back in the day, Pam Grier.
Pam Grier.
Pam Grier.
See, so you could have come up with females for this list. You
I
just
could have
chose
come up
not
with
to.
females for this list. Pam Grier. I would like to say there was somebody else on my mind that I wanted to say besides Pam. Oh, if she could fight like she did in if she could fight like she did in Kill Bill, Uma Thurman.
Uma Thurman. I
If
was
she
trying
could
to
do all
think
that
who
stuff, if
played
she
the
wasn't just
bride
that,
in Kill Bill. That's what I was
yeah,
thinking
Uma
of.
Thurman. And who was the lady that was in Charlie's Angels and she was in Kill Bill and she was in the whole Asian place? Who's that actress?
She was in Kill Bill.
She was in Kill Bill and she was also in Charlie's. She was one of Charlie's Angels in the
Uh,
movie with Cameron Diaz.
Lucy Liu.
Lucy Liu. Lucy Liu. If Lucy Liu can actually fight like that, like she did in Kill Bill, yeah, I would want to do. No, but you know what?
She wants to dance like Uma
I think no. I
Thurman.
think Lucy Liu would be too worried about getting hit. Well, Uma Thurman probably wouldn't be as worried about getting hit. Like
Yeah.
like I like you got to look at like who's going to be a glamour like like the guys on my list. I chose them because they wouldn't worry about getting hit. They probably wouldn't worry about you know. And some of the dudes are busted anyway, so they got hit. It might make them look better.
So, and you didn't put Liam Neeson on the list. And I mean,
You know what? I don't. You know what? And the thing about this is Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson was has always been that guy. Because I remember seeing him in the first movie I seen him in was Kroll.
mhm.
You remember that movie Kroll, where the guy had the little thing, the little round thing. It was a British movie, and he threw it, and it cut through things, and he was trying to save the bride because the island was going around the planet, and it would only show up at certain times.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, well, he was in that, and he was like a big barbarian guy who like beat people up and stuff. He was good in that. He was good in that. But it was one of his first movies. So,
And I
but
probably would also take a little back in the day Russell Crowe in my
you think?
in a bar fight. Did you not see Gladiator? Like the first one?
Yeah, I saw the first one. Eh,
I thought he was good. Well, see, you
I
wouldn't
don't
even
know.
take,
Yeah.
Brad Pitt, but I think Brad
No, I
Pitt.
wouldn't. No, I wouldn't take Brad. He's too much of a pretty boy. He's not gonna want to get hit.
He is not that pretty. If you actually look close up on his face, it's
I
kind
don't
of
want to look close up on his face. I wouldn't take Tom Cruise either.
no, yeah, thank you. I'd pass on the Tom Cruise.
You know who I would take though?
Who?
Alan Richardson, who
Alan
plays
Rickman?
Reacher. Rich Richardson.
Oh, Richardson. I
I
don't
think
know.
his last name is Richardson. He plays Reacher on the
On
Amazon
the
Prime.
Prime show,
Yeah.
Reacher. I've been hearing such good things about this show. I'm like, I might have
Oh,
to
it's
go
great.
watch it.
Oh, it's great. Reacher is on his third season. It is a great show, and yeah, you're gonna want to watch Reacher. Reacher is a great show. I
Although
highly
you told
recommend
me
it.
the last show you told me to watch, I could barely get through the pilot.
What?
Oh, I forgot what it was called. You
The
said I
one
would
on
like
Netflix?
it. I think it was on Netflix. The something to begin
The
with a D,
Residents.
The Resident. Yeah, when I woke up in the middle of the morning, the next morning, going, what was the name of that show? What was the name of that show? The Resident.
You don't like that?
It was hard. I didn't get through it. I didn't get. Maybe I'll try again, but
Right? I mean, it's a whodunit.
it just was moving too slow for me.
Yeah, his name is Alan Richson,
Okay.
and he is, and they a lot of people want him to be the new Batman.
Ah,
I think he'll make a good Batman. But yeah, Alan Richson is uh is very big, very powerful. If he can fight like he does on TV, let's have at it.
let's get Reacher. Okay, yeah, I haven't.
Yeah, let's
Is that
because
that's on
he's like
that's on Prime
yeah,
or Netflix?
that's on Reach is on Prime.
Oh, Prime. Okay. All right.
Reach is on Prime, and it's really good. It's really good. Like the way and Reacher, he gets in bar fights and stuff, but he gets in fights, and the way he gets in fights, he tells people, "I'm going to knock you out," and he tries to talk him out of it because I'm going to knock you out. And he knocks him out.
But they still fight him anyway.
They,
What
they,
about
they,
and okay, I'm sorry. Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, what about Jake Gyllenhaal in the remake of Roadhouse, where he's
Oh, that was
actually
so
in bar
horrible.
fights?
That was yeah, I know. Yeah, no.
Oh, but did you see like him without a shirt on? I mean,
Yeah, I'm not
he's got the
impressed.
abs for it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah,
It,
no, because Jake Gyllenhaal looks like he would also be a guy worried about the don't hit the face.
I
I
don't
got
even think he has that great a looking face, but
no,
he
he
does have the
doesn't.
body. He could hold his own in a bar fight. And again, I wasn't crazy about the Roadhouse remake because
Oh no,
again,
I thought it was
Patrick
horrible.
Swayze was awesome in the original. And
You
I don't
know
know,
what it
some of
was?
those 80s movies, it's like they have a time, they have a place. Let's just leave them there and stop messing with it. But we always got to try to make money. Like Practical Magic, to me, it was just this perfect little movie and this little snapshot in time. But now they're going to dig in and try to do a Practical Magic too. It's like, stop trying to squeeze juice from the same lemons, people.
It's like the
Let's
Freaky
have a new
Friday they're doing.
idea, why don't you?
They're doing Freaky Friday again too.
Oh, yes, I saw that. There's a Freakier Friday or something like that.
Freakier Friday with the same actresses.
Although I will say, if you are going to dig in that pond again, I like the idea of bringing back the originals rather than having like telling the same story with a new cast. You know, it's going to be the same formula pretty much. The body swapping, it has to happen. But I don't know. To me, yeah, bringing back the same cast. Okay, let's see if you give it a new twist. But I don't know. Sometimes I think you, you get that lightning in a bottle and then they try to drain it. To me,
Yeah.
Pitch Perfect was lightning in a bottle. It was just this perfect little, cute little movie. And they should have just left it sit there and be adorable. But no, we had to do Pitch Perfect 2 and Pitch Perfect. And by 3, it was just like, oh God, stop it. Please stop it. Or I'm going to smack you. It's like having like
You
a
know,
million High School Musicals. It's just let the first one sit out there, live, breathe, and be like the West Side Story of its generation. But no, we got to keep dipping in
you
that
know, if,
well.
if you're gonna redo something for the day, you
Hmm.
should redo Weird Science because
I don't
now that
think
we have AI and they make a lady out of AI, like redo Weird Science and have the kids from Weird Science be the parents and their kids make a woman. Oh, come on, come on. Weird
now, and
Science with the
here's the only
technology we
problem
have.
with that: the magic in that, and uh, any any of those John Hughes movies, the magic in it was John Hughes. So without John Hughes, I don't know whether we could do as good a job. I don't think it can be done.
Well, how about a Porky's?
Oh, leave that franchise alone too. Don't bring it back.
Porky's? Like they're all grown up and their grandkids are now in the high school. and Porky's grandson is now, because those guys and Porky, they're like our age, so they wouldn't be. So their kids would, so their important, like so. Like I know a couple of them died already, but they're still their kids could be like like you had this big kid and he'd be Meat's kid because Meat's not around anymore, and then, like Porky's
Well,
great
you know
grandson
what?
and Porky's
You go
grandson
ahead and write that movie and pitch it to Hollywood. See if they bite.
Porky's son has a strip bar. Porky's grandson has a strip bar, and they try to get in the strip bar. Porky's and it they can have a live pig in there and everything. No,
No,
because kids are still trying to get in the strip bars.
because I think some of the themes, I don't know how well they would translate. Like, sure, and actually they probably could play with the racism and stuff, but I think the sexism probably wouldn't go over today in today's like kind of woke culture or whatever.
Next week,
Next week,
we're
That would
gonna
be
we're gonna
live.
take a dive into a sitcom, and the sitcom we're gonna dive into is Family Ties. Then and
Oh
now,
wait, was this on our
because
list? I thought it was a Tom
yeah, it
Hanks
was on our
show.
list. It was on our list.
Oh, okay.
What do you think we were doing next week?
I thought it was Tom Hanks, but
Oh, that's right. We're giving flowers to Tom Hanks. Let's do that. Let's give flowers to Tom Hanks, and then the next following week we'll do Family Ties.
Family
You're
Ties,
right.
that was on our list.
That was on our list. Yes,
I don't remember that being on the list.
it's on the list. It's in black and white or white
I
and
think you're
black
just
or whatever
making
you
this
want.
up as you go along.
I'm not. The list is right there. I didn't look. Check your list.
I gotta check the list because I think you're
Check
making
the
stuff
list.
up.
I'm not making. Come on.
I'm like, that wasn't on the list.
Next week we're going to give. You know what movie I haven't seen from Tom Hanks?
What?
Joe versus the volcano.
Oh, why? It was horrible.
Okay.
Meg Ryan and I think it was Meg Ryan and
With
Tom
yeah.
Hanks before
Now, this is
Sleepless in
that one.
Seattle.
I never seen Sleepless in Seattle either.
Now, Sleepless in Seattle was good. That's worth a watch. But I have
I
to tell
love
you,
You
well,
Got
I can
Mail.
tell you next week. Forrest Gump, I actually left before the end of the movie, and it wasn't that it was bad and I walked out. I had someplace I had to be, and I had to kill time between the time I got off of work and the time I had therapy, so I had to leave. So,
Have you ever seen the end?
oh yes, I have.
Run, Forrest, run!
I probably could. I probably could have predicted the end. Hey,
Yeah,
Scooby
hey,
Life.
Scooby Life. You know who the real villain? The real villain of Forrest Gump is Jenny.
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 Well, she got to be a
she's
villain.
she's the villain of
She
Forrest
was
Gump.
just a
She is the
victim
villain
of
of Forrest.
of
No.
a horrible childhood. So
Yeah, I know, but she used them. She used them every time she got. She used them. She's the real villain of that movie.
I don't.
Yeah, yeah. Jenny.
All right, I will give. I'm going to leave
That's
that one
slut.
there, but because again, her ACEs score was high. I mean, she was orphaned and grew up without a mother, abusive father. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, she didn't have to treat him like that though.
And
So we're
then
gonna give
her
flowers to
bout
Tom
with
Hanks.
drugs, and I mean, she had issues.
We're gonna talk about bosom buddies. We're gonna talk about the movies he's got out now. We're gonna talk about all that with Tom Hanks.
Now, have you seen Castaway?
Yes, I've sat through Castaway, and that's 2 hours I'll never get back. Not everything Tom Hanks does is great.
2 hours I'm not getting back. No,
That
you know
was
what?
another
The
2
2
hours I'm
hours
not getting
or the 90 minutes I won't get back. Oh, what was the one with Shelley Long where they bought the house?
Oh, that one. See, not everything Tom Hanks does is good, but a lot of things he does is good.
Right.
You know?
Sometimes he hits, sometimes he misses.
Sometimes-
And you know
sometimes he
what?
hits 'em.
I know it's not going to be a popular opinion, But one of my least favorite movies of his is actually Philadelphia, and I know he won an Oscar for it. I get it,
I didn't see that one. I didn't see
but
Philadelphia.
and well, Denzel Washington was in it too,
I'm gonna
but
watch some Tom Hanks movies that I haven't seen,
yeah, we'll
and
have
I'm
like
gonna
a.
see if I can rewatch Bosom Buddies a little bit too.
I never liked Bosom Buddies, to be honest. I mean, I saw the what is it, Tony Curtis, Jack Lemmon movie, and basically wasn't that all Bosom Buddies was?
Yeah, but I mean, Bosom Buddies is a movie. Is a TV show you can't do now. It would not fly now.
Oh no, yeah.
Well,
There's just
actually, it is on now. It's just RuPaul's Drag Race. But go ahead.
and they do it so much better.
Yeah, yeah.
So much better. But
Because I don't
it
know.
was one
It
of
was
those
just
things
sitcom,
that
but
kind of got dated
I don't
real
know how they
fast.
thought that they could pass as women. They were fugly women. I don't. They. I don't
So for
know.
next week, are you going to come up with a list of his best performances or most
Yes.
noteworthy performances? Because
Yes.
again, there's a couple small movies, and and you know what? There's some movies I don't think I have seen or want to see, but there's a couple small movies I hope we don't miss. So I might have to add to your list if I don't see movies that I liked on it.
Okay. All right. You know. Of
Although I
course.
might have to watch a few movies to kind of brush up on my Tom
Toy
Hanksology.
Story and the train movie that he did. That's Christmas train movie. What
Oh,
was that?
I didn't see I haven't seen, I don't think I saw the last Toy Story movie.
Yeah, I can't. I can't. After the,
I know.
after the third, I like Toy Story. The first, after a while, like they're all in danger, and they're gonna make it, and it's like George loves them. He thinks it's great, and I'm like, yeah, like
Although I
you never
remember
want to
George
furnace, you never
as
wanna
a
get to the-
I remember George as a kid, and he had such I can't remember. I think I remember us being here in North Carolina when we saw Toy Story 2 at the old theater that it's now torn down, but I remember us going to see that movie, and he came out of the movie with such an astute review that it was just like, "How old are you, kid?" And he couldn't have been no more than like 9 or 10, or maybe even younger.
Yeah, he
But
still does that. He still does that.
he wrapped up the whole movie in like like 2 sentences.
Yeah, he still does that. He still does
But
that.
and it was like it was like a Siskel Ebert level review, like
George
I forgot what
still
he
breaks.
said about it. He's like, the movie was okay, but the first one had a better storyline or something like that. It was just like,
Yeah, yeah.
who are
He
you? And
he
have you
breaks
been
he
here
break even
before?
now he breaks movies down by plot, storyline, and what was necessary, what wasn't necessary. Like we still had this fight about Captain America: Brave New World, and when we saw Thunderbolts, and I said they're both like the same amount of good. And he goes, "Really, really, Dad? Is that?"
Oh, he could break down plots of movies, and I
Yeah,
mean,
he breaks it down all the time. Yeah.
I probably could have probably purchased him a car with all the money I spent taking him to movies, because he had a whole rationale of how, you know, yeah, I know I've seen it before, but I have not seen it with you. So,
Yeah,
so I remember
yeah,
for
he
the
was a con
first Toy
artist. Yeah.
Story, I think I took him to see it, but it had to be about the third time he saw it because he had seen it with his mother, seen it with his father, and Aunt Kathy.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
it's
that's
the
how it
popcorn.
goes.
He wants the popcorn.
And the movie treats. Hey, listen, we're over time. So we will be back next week with Tom Hanks, and the following week, I guess, with Family Ties,
Yeah,
Family Matters. What family? Huh?
family ties, not family matters, family
Family
ties.
Affair. Fam-
No, family
we're going to
ties.
be talking about shows with the name family. Partridge Family, Adams Family. If it has family in the name, we will be discussing it on Pop Culture Kids.
You know what? This is too much. I can't. Really can't.
Hey,
We'll
I
see
am
you next
having a
week.
moment. Let me have my moment. Thank you. All right.
We will see you next week.
We'll see you
Come
next-
come with us. God bless your soul and keep living. Peace.
It's always imparting. We wish you love, peace, and pop culture. See you next Sunday night.
Kathy and Kenny here to say, pop culture fun in every way. Music, TV, movies.
Thank you for
those
geeking out
right.
with Kathy and Kenny on Kathy and Kenny Explain